Just like I told you, the lady next door, the lady that lived there, I just rode through here yesterday. She came out with her camera and stuff like I was, done robbed everybody in the neighborhood and raped every child and
Who
did.
did?
The lady that stayed out there.
That young woman that was holding the camera a while ago? Or
You,
was another woman
that was a woman holding the camera there?
on that
Yeah,
film?
yeah. That, you talking about, no, that was that. That's his people. I'm talking about, that's a white lady that stays there.
Oh, James, I
She
don't know.
just moved in the night. I told you the day that this happened. You know what I'm saying? I was over here just documenting like I always do. I didn't know nobody lived there. But once I saw the car and the blinds, I said, I'm not going to walk in the yard. So I continued to do what I do out in the street. You know what I'm saying? And the son of a gun they jumped out on me. Rodney came down here. You know what I'm saying? With his shit, talking about I can't pray in the street. Why don't you go somewhere else? That's not your house no more. Trying to tell me shit like that. I got it all on video. Then he started threatening me, like pulling the trigger and shit too. You hear me?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm just totally unaware.
Listen to me. Everybody that I talk to, they can't believe it. And I went and told I had to go make a police report, so I got it all online. Online for the world to see too. I told the police officers, I said, how the hell do they think they can keep me from praying? He said they can't. A prayer is federally protected. She can keep me from praying in that yard. But I can pray any motherfucking where I want to. Nobody can disturb my prayer. If I want to stand in the street right there and pray, who's going to stop me?
Nobody.
But they think they can. That's why I'm telling you, this is a federal hate crime against an indigenous Native American. That's why I wore this shirt today. Okay?
Yeah.
2017 is when that fireball fell out of heaven and came to me.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why I know it's something very, evil, spiritual, you know what I'm saying, and, life-changing as far as me making history. I'm making history for my people right now. I'm serious.
Yeah, because if you're complaining enough and somebody else is going through the same thing, and that's gonna be documented that that's what happened.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
It's the truth, though. Another thing, too, I'm glad I got to talk to you. Did you ever see me messing with them people over there?
No.
Am I the type of person that runs around trying to mess with somebody or steal something from them or anything?
No. I tell you, your thing was cutting that yard. You had that yard immaculate, and it was just beautiful.
You know something? You're the only person that ever told me that. All the neighbors, what are you using for the grass? You know what I'm saying? Why you cut the the edge back that far? Never say, James, man, that is beautiful what you did. The lady next door, Deborah, she used to jump out and say, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like those colors. Why are you putting that there? And I said, ma'am, I'm a Native American artist, and these are my tribal colors. She said, I'm a Native American artist too, and I don't like that. I'm just giving you some constructive criticism.
That was Deborah.
I said, another thing too, Deborah's friend jumped out on me for telling those people that was cutting their yard that they couldn't blow trash up in my... You was here.
Yeah, I was here, and I told her, I said, now you wrong for that, Deborah.
I said, but what I said, though, how can I not... I was living there.
Yeah.
And their lawn crew came and did their job and then blew all the trash up in my yard. And all I did was walk out there and say, hey, man, y'all can't do that.
Yeah.
Then her friend, what are you doing messing with them old people? And then they jumped out on me like I had created a...
Yeah, I saw that.
See, while I was living there, I couldn't tell nobody that they couldn't blow nothing in my yard.
I didn't think that was right because I told them about it. And I said, no, we're going to come down and we're going to pray. And she was like, I said, yeah, we're going to pray.
I said, but why would they think...
was nice.
Why would they think they could do me like that, though?
They didn't care because they wanted to get a rise out of you because that was they stick. They were like controversies.
Yeah.
They like to keep stuff going. And I was one thing I would tell her, she would come over here, she'd sit down and she would talk about, you see what your neighbor did, you see what he did and this and that. I'm like,
what did I do?
What?
When she said, did you see what your neighbor did?
That's what I asked. I said, what did he do?
And what'd she say?
Oh, she run off a litany list about things that she was doing over there. I said,
I said, but what was I doing? Doing something to hurt somebody?
No, you wasn't doing anything but what you usually do. Get up and cut your yolk.
I know, but she was talking about, did I see what he did?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, man. These people was hating me, bro.
No, Deborah just liked to keep mess going. But she didn't have nothing else to do. Her life was just as bad as it was. She sat over there in her house all the time. When she get tired, she come over here. Can I get a cigarette? And I'm like, Deborah, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen her lately?
I talk to her every now and then, but she's not doing too good. She's not doing too good.
You look like you're doing pretty good, though.
I'm doing my best, James. I'm not lying. I have gone up here to this. They sent me up here to this clinic on 23rd, and they done made so many mistakes with me. I told them, I said, I'm going back.
What clinic? That place right there, that urgent care right there by that food where you can get food.
Yeah, I'm up the street from there. I was going to that one, then I went to.
I don't trust none of these little places like that, man.
There was two. They took my
blood pressure.
They took my
blood
labs.
Yeah. Lab test.
The labs was all messed up. Then they decided to put me on medication. So I went to my doctor and told him. I went back to university because I said, this is the place where I grew up. I know these people here. This hospital ain't gonna let you go until they find out what's actually going on with you. So I went to them last week, and she called me. They called me yesterday and asked me a bunch of questions about my blood test. My lab. And she said, let me ask you, had you eaten that day before you went to take the test? I said, yeah.
You're not supposed to.
And she said, you're not supposed to. I said, why didn't they tell me that?
They're supposed to tell you. You didn't know. You can't eat before they do them tests like that. I don't even think you're supposed to drink coffee. I'm sure you're not supposed to eat. They always tell me, don't eat anything. You know what I'm saying?
For 8 hours. After 12 o'clock, don't eat anything.
And even when you're finna have surgery, you can't eat nothing.
Of course you can't. But what it was when I got there, I wasn't aware that I was going to have a lab.
Okay.
If
that's
I hadn't known.
I know what you're saying. They didn't even inform you. You know what I'm saying? And guess what?
They sent my prescription in to the doctor. I hear bail out because I've been knowing them for years. I know all those workers. And my grandson went to pick it up, and he texted me and said, they sent the prescription, but they sent the wrong instructions. So my pharmacist would not let me have it. And so I said, I had asked her, she had put me on lisinopril twice a day. And my doctor, my heart doctor said, that's too much. It's damaging your kidneys. And I went back and told them what she said. And she said, well, she's a heart doctor. She just deals with your heart. I'm working with your kidney. I said, yeah, but it's in the same body.
Hey, man, you might need to change doctors. See, that's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect, you know what I'm saying? If the doctor's not listening to you and treating you right, get another one, man. Because there are doctors out there. See, I had to go all the way to Ada, man. My doctors are in Ada now. And then I got an appointment for the August 1st at Kickapoo.
Okay.
So, but like I told you, they're the ones that, started me back for 2 years. I wasn't on my high blood pressure medicine. The Oklahoma City Indian Clinic banned me for complaining that they didn't give me a $50 debit card after I took the second COVID shot. That's another part of my federal lawsuit. I got it all on for the world to see.
How the hell they ban you?
Because they are used to dealing with people that have criminal records. They started threatening me with the police and, all this type of stuff because I was speaking up for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no shame. I don't have no fear of the police officers because I ain't did nothing wrong. Just like when they was calling the police on me for, it was almost the same idiotic insanity. Who would think that they could call the police on?
They didn't make you look like you crazy.
I said, but who thought, how little could you think of me that you thought that if you said, I'm going to call the police and I was going to run? Because most black people my age got criminal records, are drug addicts, got all kind of shit that if the police do come, they'll run them and they'll go to jail.
Yep.
That's why they thought they could do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they really thought that they could call the police on me for praying, they're mentally insane. I believe that they thought, my friend told me that, I believe that they thought that if they said something about the police, I was going to, wait a minute, police, and run. Or when the police came, they'd run me and say, oh, damn, you got warrants, you got tickets and stuff like that, and take me. I don't have no tickets. I don't have no warrants. I don't have nothing wrong with my. Hey, man, I have a law. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I said, when I saw the cop put it up here, and I said, oh shit, what did they done now? So, they had talked to you, they left, and then they came back. And I was just standing out there in the yard. I said, James, what's going on? You said, you just did this here. And you walked up back in the house and closed the door. And I said, oh shit. I said, they messing with him again. So the police came back and he bought something for you to sign. I think it was a complaint against them.
I can't remember what the fuck was going on, man.
Because it was so many. All the time I said, because I asked the cop, I said, what happened now? He said, the usual.
Good. I'm glad you said that because they know then that those people would do. Man, listen, I'm telling you right now. The man would open up my gate and cut one. Listen, listen, ma'am, and you know me. You know me. You know damn well, and I've done it before too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have cut people's yard just because it was high. And even when I did cut your yard, I cost you like $10, $15.
Yeah.
Okay? And listen to me though. I've cut people's yard in this neighborhood for free because I'm trying to help them because we're neighbors and stuff like that. But how do you think that you can open up somebody's gate because your yard is so pretty and their yard is kind of high and cut one strip like this?
Yeah. He cut one strip. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And leave everything else high. But cut one strip down that fence line, open up my gate and cut one fence down that fence line and shut the gate back up and go about his business. What I'm telling you is that if a person that had any kind of decency and opened up a man's gate, he gonna cut the whole damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't supposed to be back there in the first place. That's what the man was doing to me. Naming my dogs, climbing through my windows, stealing my pecans, opening up my gate, up under my windows, walking in my house with the police, putting a muddy bucket of water for my dog. But he won't even, but if I want some water, he gonna sell it to me.
I did not understand him doing that because I had seen you leave many a time and you left the door open. Grayson would not come off the porch. You said right there.
Yeah.
And you would like ride your bike up to the thing.
He wanted to go off in my house with the police. He did that deliberately. Listen to me. He had to tell them, hey, man, that's my friend, and I'm worried about. I didn't even know the man. Okay? He walked in my house with the police and searched my house with the police and went back and put a muddy bucket of water with leaves in it in the front room for my dog.
When I came here, you were staying up there in the apartments, and you would ride your bike down here.
And I was still keeping this house up.
Keeping the house up. You go inside a little bit, you stay there for a little bit, you come out, you get back on your bike, and you go on back.
And they were watching me, and they was waiting on me to leave to go inside that house and do what they do. Man, I wish you had caught them son of a guns with a picture, you know what I'm saying, walking into my yard or coming up out of my house and stuff. But see, I have enough.
I did not know.
I know, but Mr. Johnson, before he died, he told me all I needed to know. He said, man, that man went into your house with the police, and he could see them going from room to room to room, searching my fucking, and he gonna tell me when I come to see him, hey man, I was worried about you. I saw that dog standing right there, and I said, man, in my mind, I don't even know you. What made you think that you could walk in my house? I can understand you calling the police, but what made you think you could come in my house, man? That is totally disrespectful, man.
I know that when that man, that soldier, or was it?
There's the man's house right there.
That moved over here. when the woman bought the house and she rented it
Uh-huh.
out to him.
I remember him.
I saw some people going around the back, so I called the landlord's number and I told him, I said, "You supposed to have some workmen out here?" And nothing. She said, "Let me call and check and see." So when he came home from work that day, I said, "I didn't know if he had asked somebody to come do your house or not." He said, "That's one reason why I moved here." He said, "Because you look out for people."
Hmm. We was all, man, like I said, man.
We always looked out for each
Like I
other.
said, man, but here's the deal, man. We couldn't keep our yard, even me, you know what I'm saying? He was mad at me because it was just me doing it, making that house prettier than that house. I did it. Man, you can't tell me that
And
a lady came over here and she said, "Oh man," and I said, "What?" And she said, "Your yard is so beautiful." I said, "Ma'am, did you move into the neighborhood?" She said, "No, I just come over here to look at your yard."
yeah,
She didn't say that she came to look at his.
yes.
She said she came to look at mine. But look at
He
here.
had all of those sculptures and things out there, and I said, I mean, you know, this is yard.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knew where James' house was. Just look for the statues and stuff. Because one woman said, "Is that a daycare center?" I said, "No," because you had put some
Yeah.
letters on the
Yeah.
on the door. I said, "No." I said, "He just likes
I'm
that
an
kind of
artist.
art."
I'm an artist. You know what I'm
I
saying?
said, "That's his art." So, I mean,
Man, I'll tell you right now, I thank
I
God. I
understand
thank
that.
God for I thank God for this, man, because I tell you right now, man, wait till I get to federal court. Hey man, I